Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a wig. The hair I'll be using is from Isee Hair Company. I've actually worked with them in my last video. It's the hair that I currently wear now, but this hair is going to be for a client. So the first steps into making a wig, I'm just going to start off by bleaching the knots of the closure. This is a 4x4 closure from the company, and unfortunately I actually didn't get a video of the consistency of the bleach mixture. However, it's like a toothpaste like consistency, kind of like frosting. um, and yeah, and I just used a fork. I said a fork. I used a knife to spread it around. So this is what a bleach lace looks like. You can tell it's bleached when it's no longer black knots. The knots are kind of tinted brown. So once that process is kind of done, that takes about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, give or take. You're going to rinse it off, and then you're going to check and see if the knots were bleached. So now we're going to be checking the lace. The lace looks good, it's bleached, however there's brassiness to it. So I'm going to be using Shimmer Lights. It's a purple shampoo. Purple shampoo is going to counteract the orange brassiness, and it's going to tone that down and make it less of that brown and golden brassy color. I'm going to be not stingy with it, and I'm just going to rub it through, work it, and scrub the lace as well as the other side of the lace. The side with the hair. Okay, scrub that too, and then you rinse. So I'm going to be conditioning the hair with the Oars Olive Oil Replenishing Conditioner. It smells like oranges. I kind of like it. It feels weird, honestly. It really does feel weird. Um, yeah, so I'm just going to be conditioning the hair with that. I'm going to be conditioning the lace because that's really where the process took place. And then I'm just going to be using some more conditioner, working it throughout the hair just because it would be weird to condition just the lace and not the rest of the hair. So now that you have done the final washes, we're going to check the lace again. It looks good. And we're going to check it against our skin. It looks great. Look at that. Wow. And it really just blends in. This is a transparent lace. It's not medium brown, however, it's not too transparent, but you can tell that it's not like 100% the skin color or my skin color. But the scalp does look great. Yeah. So that's that. The next clip is just gonna be me showing you scalp proof that the scalp is bleached and it looks good. And yes, just wait for that. To be honest, if I do say so myself, I think I did a pretty good job bleaching these knots. You can still see the grid, you know, but that's fine. You're not seeing the black dots. It looks like a scalp, and that is the illusion that we're going for. So now we're going to be moving on to threading. I'm going to be using a big curved needle. That is what I recommend. And so we're going to be placing the thread in between our index and our thumb, and we're going to wrap it around our index finger, and then literally roll it between your thumb and index finger. I find that if you use a little bit of saliva, it helps it keep it, slick and helps it run. And then those are all of my needles, and I'm not sure why I was so aggressive, but moving on to sewing down the closure. So the first step to sewing down the closure is placing the closure on the head, obviously. Make sure at this point that you have your wig cap on. I'm using a mesh dome cap or wig cap. I forgot to mention that earlier. I'm going to be pulling the hairline of the closure a little further down from the line or the hairline of the wig cap, if you catch what I'm saying. Okay, so if you saw right there, the hairline of the closure is not lined up with the black hairline of the wig cap. It's pulled down a little further, and that's where I'm going to be placing my T-pins. When you're placing the back T-pins, make sure you're pulling the hair taut, okay? Make sure you're pulling it tight. You don't want that closure part to be loose, okay? You want it to lay as flat as possible once it's placed on your head. So now it's going to be down to the sewing part. A lot of times when you're looking at YouTube videos, people tell you to sew underhand or overhand. Honestly, sew whichever way is comfortable for you. You saw me just struggle to sew underhand. It's not my style, like depending on the placement of where I am on the head. Sometimes I sew under, sometimes I sew above. So do whatever you feel that's comfortable for you. So when you're sewing the hair down, you do not want to sew through the elastic band. What you want to do is pick up the lace on top of the elastic band. If you sew through it, the thread's going to pull the elastic band tight and your wig's not going to fit. So make sure that you're not sewing through the band, but you're sewing and picking up the lace on top of the band. Okay, so I know it's been a minute since you've seen me, and I look like I'm very far gone now, but let me catch y'all up. Okay, so I've sewed down 2 bundles of hair, and I'm about to sew down my last bundle. Now, you're probably wondering how the hell I'm about to sew down my last bundle of hair with all that space left on the head. Now, I'm about to explain to you how. Is this my last bundle or is this? Do I have another? Ah, 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 ah. Okay, no, sorry, this is my last bundles. Okay, I was getting confused. So I'm gonna be sewing down my last bundle, and I have a whole lot of space. So I'm just going to be showing you how I'm gonna be laying down this last bundle so it covers the rest of the head now. Okay? So 3 bundles will do your whole head. For anybody that will tell you otherwise. I'm using a white eyeliner and I'm creating lines on the head just so that you can see where I'm placing the where I'm placing the bundles, where I'm placing the tracks. I'm going from side to side to side. Um, so you're just watching me draw that on. I'm going to be talking a little more later about why I'm drawing from side to side, but just watch that for now. Ring-a-ling-a-ding, school's in session, grab a pencil, grab a piece of paper. I'm about to tell y'all what's up. Okay, so the reason I'm drawing these lines from side to side is because I'm going to be laying these tracks down from side to side, like I told you before. Originally, I laid the tracks going from all the way around, like you see me doing right here. And that was what I did in the back. But I need to start filling the middle of her head. In order to fill the middle of her head, I'm moving from left to right to left to right, back to forth, using the flip over method, which is what I use for her head anyways. Okay? So that's what's up. Did you get those notes? So because I just kind of jumped to me suddenly being here and not actually giving any pointers on how to sew, I'm going to do that for you right now. So I have this track here, the track I was talking about earlier, and I'm going to start sewing it down. I'm going to be sewing it, what the hell am I trying to say? I'm going to be putting the needle through the track and sewing it to the head, okay? My brain was blanking just now. So I'm going to be putting the needle through the track, and that is to secure the track, okay? So it's not going to move after that because it's the thread is literally through the track. It can't, move. It's not going to pop. So sew through the track, and then you're going to loop it around again, and I'm going to put it through the track again a second time. Okay, that's just my preference. And when I put it through the second time, I'm going to then create a loop, and that's going to make a knot. So after you're done with that beginning process, you don't have to repeat that same process again. However, sometimes I like to do that. So I think actually in this clip I sewed through the track again. But you don't have to sew through the track. You can just sew under the track or over the track. Okay guys, so here's the infamous flip over method that everybody and their mother has already taught you how to do on YouTube, but I'm about to teach you how to do better, okay? So the flip over method was designed so that um, you can lay down all your tracks without having to cut anything. So I don't cut any of my tracks, so I'm gonna teach you how to do it. I'm going to sew through the track, okay, once I flipped it over, and I'm going to pick up some of the material, and I'm going to tie a knot, and that's literally it. Y'all, it was just so simple. I'm telling you, it is the most simple thing you could have ever done. You literally flip over the track, sew through the track, pick up a little bit of cloth, and that is literally it. You need to sew a knot, tie a knot. See, again, you do it, so I'm literally repeating the same thing. I'm doing it 2 times in a row. I like to make a knot before I flip and after I flip. After I flip, I create 2 knots to make sure it's secure. And do you see how secure that is? That's what your flip over method is going to look like. And once you do that, you just secure it. It's very repetitive. Doing sewings, any type of sewing is very repetitive. It's all the same steps. I'm just going to be sewing under the track over and over until it's complete. And I think in this clip coming up right here, I'm just going to show you how flat my flip over method is. Okay, super simple. Everybody makes it seem so complicated. It's not. It's so flat, it's even lower than the track below it. That's how flat it is. And I do that along my whole head, and there is no bumps, no gumps, no nothing, no anywhere. Look at it, so clean. Wow, good job, Valerie. I'm going to show you again. The hair has literally been flipped over. I flipped over the track. I sewed through the first track, okay? And I just picked up a little bit of cloth, and I pulled it through. I created a knot, and then I pulled the knot all the way through. So right here, I'm picking up the cloth. Why am I fighting with it? Pull something. Okay, I'm pulling it through here. I think I was battling with it here too, but you see I'm right here picking up a piece of thread. I'm putting the needle through the thread to create a knot, and that's going to create a loop, and that's going to secure that right there. So yeah, that is where I placed my fingers, where I just did the flip over method at, and look at me just in action working. I'm literally just gonna be laying track from left to right, back and forth. You see me laying it out right here. I'm just estimating and doing all that stuff. So laying the tracks back and forth. You can use the white lines to guide you as you sew down tracks. It's completely optional, but feel free to move the tracks around. You have extra bobby pins. You have extra pins. You see, you have a plethora of T-pins at the top of the head, and I'm using that to just hold it down. Look at my beautiful creation, hand stitched, clean hand stitched. Now we're going to be cutting the cloth underneath the closure lace. I'm telling you guys, if you cut any of the string that you see right here, it's done for you. Your life is over. Okay? Don't cut any of that string, please. Only cut the lace. So it's very crucial that you take your time when cutting out the lace. Just don't cut the thread, please. Yeah, so just cut the black part off. And once you cut the black part off, you will have a complete finished wig, and it will expose the lace underneath. And look at that. Yep. And so guys, literally that is the end of it. Look at the scalp on my wig. That is the completed wig. This is a 24-inch straight Brazilian wig that I made for a friend, and yes. Hope you like this video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next videos. But